Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar. So this webinar is going to be how the Pavana Chary, who took fundamentals of engineering. I think it's been 3 months, I think, or it's 2 months back. So he took a course in, I think, nearly batch third. So then after that, he chose Bhavanam C2C for this fundamentals of engineering batch three when he was in masters in his third semester, and he started his preparation at that time. And then eventually he's managing all the academics and also applying for the jobs and preparing this fundamentals of engineering when he was in final semester. So you got a full time getting to prepare for this fundamentals of engineering. So eventually he joined as a structural engineering in one of the civil engineering structural engineering company in Louisiana. So now he's a full-time structural engineer, and also he cracked his fundamentals of engineering, and he's going to explain how what kind of things he did when he was in the shoes of like us. So when he started his preparation, how he tackled the fundamentals of engineering, and what's his strategy, and how effectively he utilized the at the time of the exam, so that 5 hours of 5 hours and 30 minutes, and he's going to give you more insights. So hope it will definitely help you to plan your preparation. So, and let me introduce Pawan. Pawan, can you go ahead and start your sharing your screen?
Thank you,
Hope you had
Sinos, for
everything.
giving me this opportunity to present my strategies and everything. Hello, guys. My name is Pavan. I did masters in structural engineering in University of Houston, and now I'm working in structural engineering in New Orleans, Louisiana State. First, before I want to explain my strategies, first I will tell how many attempts how many times I wrote the exam, how many times I failed. I will explain all of my mistakes and everything before. So first, actually, I passed the exam in my fourth attempt. So first attempt, I never prepared anything. I just went to the exam center. So I just book an appointment, exam appointment, and I just went to the exam center. I just tried to understand the questions, but I did not pass the exam in first attempt. And also in second attempt, I prepared some little bit few topics, but I blindly I studied only the textbooks. So I don't have any strategies and I don't have any proper schedule. So and in third attempt, so I prepared all subjects and everything. Like I prepared all subjects, and even I make a all I even I make a short notes and everything. But in my exam, actually in exam, like I did small mistakes. Like I did not attempt the questions in a proper time management. Like I did not maintain a proper time for the questions. So because of the time management, I failed the third attempt. But I know everything. I know each and topic. I know every concepts and everything. But I did not proper maintain a time to solve the problems. So that is what I did mistakes in my third attempt. So in fourth attempt, already I know all the topics. The only thing is I need to proper maintain a time to crack the exam. So I just practice all the questions, and also I use a different sources like Bhavanam's course, and also I use the uh, prep civil kind of things. So and also I prepared only 1 hour in a day, because in actually I'm working as a structural engineer, right? So I'll get only 1 hour break time. So in that 1 hour break time, I'll eat my break lunch in within 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. Remaining 45 minutes, I'll spend to practice the problems. So and before the few days of exam, I just prepared whatever I prepared the short notes. So I just prepared the short notes, and I attempted the exam. So then I cracked that exam in fourth attempt. So, okay. So now I will discuss all of my strategies, how I prepared and how I maintain a schedule. So in my third and fourth attempt. So maximum in third attempt, I prepared everything. but I didn't have any sleep and proper sleep, and also I pressured myself. So in third attempt, so whatever the mistakes I did, I will explain everything. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, today I will discuss so understand exam structure, like what is about FE exam, and what are the study plans and preparations, and what are the strategies in exam. So these three I will discuss on these three topics. First, come to the exam structure. So I think most of the people knows all this information. It's a general information. So in a exam, there are total 110 questions. Okay, and the exam total time is 6 hours, but the actual problem solving time is 5 hours 20 minutes. So everybody knows the computer is based on you have to write the exam test center, the Pearson View test center. Now, the exam is divided into two sessions. So with a 25 minutes break time. So like the total is 5 hours 20 minutes, right? So in that 5 hours 20 minutes, so there are total two sessions. In the two sessions, you can spend like how much time you want. You can spend in first session, and remaining time left is whatever the time left. So you can utilize in second session. So let's say in session one, like 4 hours, you spend to solve the problems like you spend 4 hours, and in the second session you spend like all remaining 1 hour 20 minutes. Only the time will left in second session. So you have to choose all the questions, and you have to complete the session in 1 hour 20 minutes only. So because you already you utilize the 4 hours time in session one, right? So I will suggest you like so try to use 2 hours 30 or 40 minutes in session one, and remaining 2 hours 20 minutes or 10 minutes you can use session two. So then you can able to attempt all the questions, uh, and you can get you can easily more chances to pass the exam. So if you spend 4 hours in session one, then or let's say you are familiar with the transportation and surveying subjects, okay, but normally the transportation and surveying will comes in second session. So already you are spent 4 hours, right? So remaining time, you don't have much more time to read that question and solve that question and choose the answers. So you lose all the questions, like whatever you familiar with the questions, you lose that questions. So try to manage the time. So once you submit the session, you cannot go back. So try to answer all the questions. Like in first session, try to answer all the questions within the time, like 2 hours. What I say, 2 hours 40 minutes, right? You have to try to submit the session within 2 hours 40 minutes, but make sure answer all the questions. Don't leave any questions. Okay. And next, questions within the same session can be whatever. If you let's say if you one question you don't know, like when you are in mathematics, so you know five questions, but you don't know like remaining two questions. Let's say, so in the two questions, don't spend too much time on that. Just flag and more. This is how you have to do in the exam. Okay, so everybody knows. So the NCEES will provide reference handbooks. So in exam, you can whatever, if you want to find out any equations or something, you have to use the reference handbook. So they will pop up in the screen. Off of the screen will pop up the reference handbook, and remaining off of the screen will you can see the questions and everything. Most of the people think like if you correct the question out of 110 questions, if you correct 70 questions, so then you will pass. It's not like that actually. So completely it's based on scale score. So let's say if you consider two persons, one person he got an exam, easy exam, like the paper is easy for him. Some other person, the paper is hard. So in on the day, if the paper is hard, so on the day that whatever the questions, like it's completely based on scale score, right? The professionals who are created that questions, so they can they know how much how the people can minimum they can ability to attempt that questions, right? So let's say in mathematics 7 questions. So the minimum ability to attempt the questions is 5. So the 5 is a minimum score to pass the exam. So it's not completely how many correct, how it's not completely on fixed percentage like 70% or 50 or 60%. It's based on the difficulty of exam. So completely based on scale score only. So in that exam, there are different formats. Like there is a multiple correct answers and point and clicks and drag and drop and fill in the blanks. So there is a different formats. So when I wrote the exam, I got like 10 to 15 questions, 10 questions in fill in the blanks, and remaining 10-15 questions from multiple correct answers and drag and drop questions like that. So you have to be careful. I will explain my strategies, what I did before the exam. I will explain all of my study plans and strategies. So first, what I did in before the like when I st- when before the starting the preparation, first I download the NCEES FE syllabus. So I just revise all the syllabus. I just see all the syllabus and everything. Once if I know the NCEES syllabus, but in NCA, one second, I will open another slide. Then you will understand. So before once if I see the NCEES syllabus, so they will provide only the brief topics. Like they will provide, let's say if you see here analytical geometry, right? So and here calculus and here vector analysis. So they will mention only these three topics in mathematics and also statistics. Okay, but you don't know about what are the subtopics in analytical geometry, right? So let's say in analytical geometry, straight lines, conic section, quadratic equations, and right angle triangles, trigonometric items, mensurations of it. You don't know all these subtopics. So what I did, so I gone through the first I downloaded the PPI civil textbook. So the textbook they will provide all the subtopics on each main topics. So I gathered all the subtopics and I noted down in my notes, and I just write it down on each topic. I write down the all the subtopics. So if you do like that, then you can understand what is the syllabus and what are the subtopics you will get from in exam, right? So let's say in mathematics, so this is how I gather all the subtopics. And here also in calculus there's a differential calculus, derivatives, limits, and integral calculus. This is how i I noted down all the subtopics from the PPI civil textbook. So once if you gather all the subtopics and everything, so just now, before you are starting the preparation, first open the reference handbook. Okay, so at least try to spend some time, like few days, only on reference handbook. Don't go to any course materials, textbooks or nothing. Just because I'm suggesting you to please familiar with the reference handbook, because almost 60 to 70% all the equations and everything will be there in reference handbook only. Because when I in my second attempt and third attempt, when I write the exam, so once if I when I came to the home, when I just refer only the reference handbook, then I find out all the equations and all the information in the reference handbook. Then I regretted myself. So because I'm not familiar with FE reference handbook in second attempt. So that's what I'm saying. So almost 60 to 70% will comes from the reference handbook only. So, but you have to know where the formulas are there. So, so once you gather all the subtopics, next is try to read all the, try to look, review the reference handbook. Let's say in analytical geometry, the first subtopic is straight lines, right? So in straight lines, go to the FE handbook, just go to the straight line sections, just see all the equations and everything. Okay, don't study like don't go in detail. Just try to see the equation, and if he provide any theories and kind of like that, just try to understand that equations and everything. So once if you're familiar with the FE handbook, so then you can start the preparation. So here if you see begin first, you when you are preparation, don't start directly with the textbooks. Okay, because in my first attempt and second attempt, I completely, I blindly, I read only the textbooks, because in my second attempt already I took the Bhavanam CTC course, but I did not. I just I did not take much serious. I did not prepare from the Bhavanam's course materials. I just went to the only the textbooks. So I spent lot of time in textbooks. I wasted a lot of time in textbooks. So that's why what I'm saying. So first go to the course materials. So before the course material, you know everything, like you know all the subtopics, you know everything syllabus and each and every topic, right? So now whenever you are preparing by using the course materials, so try to see the sub related to the subtopics. Let's say in analytical geometry, straight lines. So in the course materials, so whatever in course they will explain all the information, right? They will explain each and every equation, each and every topic. Just read all the straight lines information, everything, and try to make a markup on that subtopic. Like, so you completed the straight lines. That's it. So you can just go through all the topics like that. So only um, use only the course materials. Don't start with the textbooks. So after next step is short notes. I strongly suggest you to prepare short notes, because before like a few days of exam, so you don't have a time. Let's say you have 4 days only to attempt that exam. You have only 4 days. So in that 4 days, you are not able to revise all the topics, right? So it's very difficult to revise all the topics because you don't have enough time. So at that moment, so you have to use short notes. So in the short notes, they will provide all the you can write it down all the important notes, right? Important topics and important equations and everything. So you can just go through that short notes. So that's all you have to do. Personally, I will suggest you to prepare two short notes, because I did same like that. Because whenever you are preparing the for exam, not for exam, whenever you are preparing, like in by using the course materials, you will get some understand, like you know this topic, you are familiar with one topic, but you are not familiar with another topic, right? Let's say I can solve any question in calculus, but I am not able to I'm little bit lack in analytical geometry, for example. I will make a note, and I will prepare a short notes for only the difficult topics, and I will prepare a notes for only the like familiar topics. So then before the exam, like few days of exam, I will spend only 1 day or 2 days for only easy notes, equation, easy topics. So remaining 3 days, I will spend only for the whatever the difficult topics are there. I will spend some time only on difficult topics. So because if you mix all the topics in one short notes, then it will some little bit confused for you, like whatever the topics are you know, and whatever the topics you don't know. That's what I'm saying. But if you prepare only one short notes, it's upon to you. But I will suggest two short notes, or you can make it one short notes. It's your wish. And next, practice. So most of the people will do, like after finish their entire syllabus, so then they will start the problems. But I will not suggest you like that, um, because if you complete all the syllabus, so if you start the problems, then you will forget some topics, like previous topics. You will forget some topics. So what I will say, try to once if you completed, like let's say you are completed two topics, like analytical geometry and calculus. Okay, so analytical geometry and calculus, you completed all the topics, right? Subtopics, right? So then you can start the problems right away. So then you will get some understand. So this is how the question will come. This is how we have to apply the equations in that. So whenever you are solving the problem, try to use reference handbook. Okay, that is a most important for the preparation. So use mock test in whenever I completed all of my syllabus, and I practiced few of the problems, right? So in bonus course, they will provide mock test and everything. So just go through that mock test. So even if you are even if you want to practice more questions, I will suggest Prep Civil. In Prep Civil website, they will provide a number of thousands of questions in different subjects. Let's say if you are lacking transportation, okay, so they will provide transportation section separately. So in the transportation section, so they will provide 10 questions for each exam, each mock test. So once if you complete that 10 questions, so if you attempt a second time, so you won't get same questions, so you will get different questions. So like when I'm doing my when I'm in
Uh,
office, sir.
I'm sorry
Uh,
to cut you, Pawan. Yeah,
okay,
Pawan, this is the. I have a question.
okay.
Is this prep civil same as FE prep FE?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
So when I'm in office, I actually after in break time, I just only prepare. I just only practice problems from the prep civil. So I'm lacking environmental engineering. So I spend more time in environmental engineering. So I did all the questions. I attempt all the questions. So whatever the questions are important, so I just take a one snapshot and I put it in my uh, Word document or something like that. I just paste the screenshot because that question is a very like whenever you are practicing the problems, you will know that this is an important question. So I need to keep put it in a separate uh, Word or some Word document like that. So then before the exam, you can just revise only the important questions, right? So then how this is how you can uh, familiar with all the topics and everything. Now this exam. What is the strategy? I will explain just few points. So already I discussed with the reference handbook, right? So just get familiar with the reference handbook and short notes. So whatever you prepare the short notes before the exam day, you have to just go through the short notes and practice some problems. And already I discussed the mock test. So time management. So in my third, what I did in my third attempt is only because the main reason I failed the exam in my third attempt is time management. Actually, in my mind, I'm thinking like I need to complete each question within the 3 minutes. I completely, I just think I'm thinking like that. But when I went to the exam hall, when I try to solve the question, so I'm seeing the time, like the time is running out. So like each question's time is already I'm spending 4 minutes. I'm getting some panic. I'm attempting that exam, like solving the problem because already I'm running out time, right? I will suggest you like not every question takes exactly 3 minutes. Okay, so one question will take 4 minutes, one question will take 1 or 2 minutes. So you have to be manage time wisely. Like let's say uh, when i'm when I'm in ethics and professional ethics section in exam, the question is complete the question I got the question like one 3 to 4 not 5 to 6 lines of paragraph. So in that question like it will take easily 4 to 5 minutes to understand the question and to choose the answer. On that moment I'm panicked and I just leave the question. So I went to the another question. I did same exactly same like that. Suddenly when I got the results, I got 0 marks in ethics and profession. So I got zero marks in that ethics. So that's why I'm suggesting you to try to understand the question first. It's okay, it will take 3 minutes 4 minutes, it's okay because already if you know the topic, let's say um, if in geotechnical, if you are finding any stresses or something like that, so you know the concept and you know everything, but you know that it will take time some time, but try to complete, just take 4 to 4 minutes, that's enough. If you don't know any question, like whenever you're reading the question, you don't know any concept, you don't know anything about that question, so don't even spend 1 minute also in that question for that question, because you don't know even concept, right? So then if you try to read that question and if you're trying to solve the question, it doesn't matter. Like it's a waste of time for you. So whatever you know the questions, whatever you know the concept. So if you spend 4 minutes for that, that's okay. But if you don't know anything uh, on that question, like it's a waste of time to spend some time, because you lose some easy questions in next session, right? So that's what I'm saying. Try to understand, don't panic, stay calm, and you can just understand the question and move on. That's it. Like after you complete before you are submitting the session, so you can, maybe you can leave, instead of in 55 questions, maybe you can leave 10 questions, let's say. So in the 10 questions, try to if you have a time, if you have some time, like in 10 questions, if you have 30 minutes or 40 minutes or some extra time, if you have, then first try to understand the question and try to search in FE handbook. Okay, try to just search anything FE handbook, and try to find out any equation or something like that. So even if you couldn't find out any equation or any information in FE handbook, just try do elimination method and try to guess that question and choose the answer. But don't go blindly. Like I will tell you what I did in my third attempt. In once if I completed the environmental engineering, so I got next subject is transportation surveying. So in the transportation surveying, uh, I don't have time to solve the questions, but I know the questions. I know all the concepts and everything, because I spend more time when I'm doing preparation. I spend more time in surveying and also transportation. But in exam, I don't have a time to solve the transportation and surveying, because already I spend more time in environmental engineering. I put all A, like let's say in four, choose the correct answer. I click on all A's. Like for 10 questions, I click on A option. So once I got the results, I got like 15% in transportation and 10% in transportation. 10-15% transportation and 10% in surveying. So I regret myself, because I upset myself, because already I prepared a lot, all the concepts and everything. But because of the time short, because of the time only, I did not try to solve the question, because there is no time for me in that last attempt, in that last session. That's what I'm saying. So don't spend more time. Like at least if you know the concept, if you know any question, just spend 4 minutes for that question. That's okay. And flag and move on. That's it. Last thing is units. When you are in preparation, so try to solve the units. I will suggest you one thing. Whenever you are reading that question, let's say if you are in geotechnical or something, or if you are in advanced mechanics of materials. So let's say if you can, we can. I will go through advanced mechanics of materials. Okay. So in that, let's say you can let's consider cantilever beam. Okay. So in that cantilever beam, he will ask, find out the deflection at the point of application of load. Once you read the question, first you can see the questions, see the answer. So in that answer, the answer is in mm or meters, or some mm or meters. Just try to see the units in options. So then you will get one understand, because in options, suppose he will give m in mm. So then you can see all the units in questions. Like let's say in Young's modulus. Young's modulus should be in different units, right? Well, let's say in Newton per mm square, or megapascal, MPa, or gigapascal. Before you are solving that question, first to see the units. So then see the answers. If he given an answer in mm or in meters, then you can try to solve the equation, and make sure check the units. That is the most important in exam. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, Anna.
So yeah, Pawan, thank you so much for your nice explanation on your strategies and your time management and your before the exam strategies and inside the exam on the day of exam strategies. That's amazing. So really thankful for that. So if someone have any questions, here is the time to ask the questions. So I really appreciate all your so excitement or your time you are spending your time with our even the meeting got disconnected. So again, quickly rejoined all of them. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, if you have any questions, and our instructors are also here, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so Madhav was here and Vineet was not here, it seems. So, and yeah, if you have any questions, we are here to answer your questions, and Pawan also will happy to answer your questions.
I have one question. Um, in the beginning, when he was giving his strategy, he said that you should use the official NCEES civil syllabus as your foundation. And then he mentioned that you should go to the PPI review manual to map every topic and subtopic. What did he um mean by that? PPI is a course, is another course, but they have a review manual that is beneficial.
There is
So
a
this,
PPI. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
what yeah, I will answer to that question, Pawan. So the thing is, the last time I think it's been so many times we have been pushing it. So our instructors also mentioned sometimes, yeah, there is so many other platforms are doing great, and they are also providing it. And if you go through the PPA FE manual, so that is too much. He is talking about the textbook, right? He don't want to spend more time on the textbooks that will cost so much of time, and you may feel that you haven't accomplished what you wish to. And so that kind of thing will definitely drag you down and make you to feel like incompleted preparation. But whatever, so our instructors are the people who already passed this exam and who prepared this curriculum, and who are preparing their PPTs and everything. So if you go through that selected items, so that would be great. So yeah, if you go to the other kind of, so it's like almost, it's like book, textbook. It's a big book. If you go through that particular book, if you feel like if you are not too much, so my suggestion on this. So when you feel like it, suppose if someone feel that transfer structural engineering is hard for that guy, so in that case you can go particularly that specific the chapter or the subject. You can deep dive into understanding from the different materials. Otherwise, if you started with a heavy preparation or heavy books, you may feel that you won't accomplish. That's what I mean. If I'm not wrong, Pawan also did the same
And
thing when he started that.
Anna,
Yeah,
I
Pawan,
would say
go ahead.
I
Go
will.
ahead.
I said only gather the subtopics from the PPS textbook. I didn't say to prepare all the content in textbook. I just said gather all the subtopics from the PPAs, because in the PPA they will provide all the topics, subtopics. So that topics you have to note it down in notes. So then after that, next step is go through the course materials, Bhavanam's course materials. So whatever you noted the topics, right? So those topics you have to prepare from the course material, because but already Bhavanam, in the Bhavanam's course, they will provide all the information and everything each on each topic. But anyway, for your understanding, so whenever you are going the course materials, then you can understand I covered these topics. These topics are not. That is what I want to say.
Okay, that
Yeah.
thank you for that. Thank you for that. So
Yeah.
now my follow-on question would be, where would we get the PPI review manual to
You can
see
you can
what their
you,
course
you
topics are?
you can download in our website. So just click on FE Civil Review. So you just type it FE.
Yes, go on.
Yeah. So just try to just type in website like FE PPI Civil Review Manual. So you will get old version, and the newest version you won't able to get newest version, but you will get some old version. So just try to download that old version textbook. So just try to see the topics. That's it. That's all you have to do. Other than that, you
Okay.
don't need to study all the content in the textbook.
Okay, thank you for that.
And also in Bhavanam's course, they will provide all the each topic. They will provide each topics and with the explanation. So you anyway you can find it in Bhavanam's course, but for your personal for your case, so you need to understand what are the topics you can what are the topics are available in what are the topics in NCWS. They will provide that all the topics, right? So just I would say like you have to understand the topics. That's all. So once you're going to the course, you will get and eventually you will get understand based on topic. Okay, now.
So before that, I just wanted to add one thing. So Susma, can you share your screen and how you will get this handbook and latest handbook? I think 10.6. Now we are using a 10.5, right?
Yeah.
So the people who are already scheduled the exam before July, right? July or June? So when would be the
June.
exactly the
Uh,
June? Okay. So if you
yes, sure.
schedule your
Yeah.
exam after July or June, after June or itself, so make sure you have to follow this 10.6 handbook. And to get that handbook, and if you visit our AA Civilist, can you open the new homepage, Susma? So can you open homepage acivilist.com, hit enter. So if you don't have access to that 10.6, I'm sure if our team didn't updated that into the 10.6, maybe because so most of the people schedule their exam before this June, so that's why they haven't maybe updated. But we are going to update those latest handbook in the resources page. And if you go down, so if as Pawan mentioned, so handbook, you have to have that kind of grip on the handbook in order to feel so 60 to 70% of the marks in your pocket. So if you have that concept and if you review thoroughly and where is handbook and what are the subjects and what are the subjects including the civil engineering and what are the subjects one by one and where I can quickly find the formulas. If you got those all things and you can confidently keep 60 to 70% of the marks in your pocket. And for that, if you wanted to understand the complete so can you go up? Let me explain a bit. So if you wanted to understand the FE exam in detail, so go ahead and watch this particular video. It's a 16 minutes of video, and where one of our instructor explained clearly about that particular uh, complete FE exam. So if you go down, Sushma, can you go down? So, and we do have a self-paced studying, and here you can see, so the most of the people who passed the FE exam, so batch 5, so you can see almost 20 plus candidates here. So yeah, see the batch 2 people and who passed the exam, and they all are here, and they are now is official EIT certified engineers. So here in USA, and if you go down, so and we have been covered almost 3 sessions so far. So all our sessions would be in this particular website. You can watch some other students feedback, you can see it here if you go down. So some people who gave the feedback, and here you can watch them. Can you go down? I want to show you where you will get some fun exam problems and some. See here you can see the person who took the FE exam besides the USA. So you can write it in Germany as well. So he explained how you can attempt this fundamentals of engineering outside the USA. So that's the first session, and there is another session which is a fee roadmap by so one of our student, and she passed the fee exam, and also there is another student is so she passed the fee exam. So recently she gave a one session, and you can watch that session. And the Mr. Vineet explained how this FE exam and what are the tips and tricks and everything. And the Vardhan, who is the instructor, he explained clearly about the fundamentals of engineering. You can watch all these resources when you get a chance. So try grasp the things and short out those things, and so just try to watch the roadmap of the people who shared. So Pawan may give you some inputs, and Purva may give you some inputs. So keep all those inputs in your sticky notes. Okay, this is what I have to do on the day exam, and before 1 week before the exam, how your strategy should be. You have to prepare a easy notes and then hard subject notes. You can review the easy notes within 2 days or 2 hours in a day, and the hard notes you have to spend a more time on that. So how the Pawan mentioned all of them. So here are our instructors. One of our instructor was here in the session. If you have any questions, he is happy to answer you. So yeah, if you go down. So all our so if you wanted to get some, if you are new to Bhavanam CTC, if you don't have any access to the particular these all our preparations, so still you are already enrolled, but you haven't seen any mock test or any practice problems, please reach out to our team. So just send a message, hey, I am unable to see the course materials or these preparations. We are happy to help you to provide those resources, and or else we will walk you through where you will get those all the resources. And if you go down, so these all are the people who, why other people are choosing our Bhavanam C2C instead of other platforms. You can see 100 this number of people who are recommending our Bhavanam City, why they are recommending, so that you got to know that why we are standing out in terms of the FE training. So if you go down, so here is the one, so resources, and we are going to provide all the resources in here itself. If you can log in, and if you get those all the, even if you already got the any course, and you will get that resources in your resources tab in a course. And so if you are new to the Bhavanam C2C, and if you don't know, if you haven't enrolled any course, this is the one best option to get all these handbooks and syllabus and everything for a free access. We are going to add more and more informative materials inside of this, so that and even the people who already enrolled, they will get it anyway, so in their resources page in the course content. So but if you are not familiar with Bhavanam C2C, you will get it from here. And here is the best part. So the, as Pawan said, that happy handbook is the one thing you have to be confident. So by having the confidence, you will get a 60 to 70%. So we have created a complete, so start to end FE course, handbook course preparation completely on handbook. Each formula we covered, and each formula we did a one example problem for you to understand that formula. And in this process, we have our instructors are helped you to remember the page numbers, and also the remember the formulas, and how tricky they will be in the exam. So those all things they explained in this particular prep handbook. So FE handbook prep course. And if you want to access, you can simply go ahead and check what are the things we have, and you can click on get access, and you will be enrolled on the spot. You will get access to all our sessions, and you can watch. And if you have any questions, and also in this particular FE handbook, so instructors have solved some of the questions, some of the formulas in the session itself. And also we are again giving you 30 problems per subject on each formula, covering each formula. We took the handbook and we picked the formula, and we prepared one particular example problem for that particular one example problem for that particular formula. In that way you will get more feeling. Even so, if the formula is available in the exam, but if you know how to use that formula, how differently you can use that formula, how the NCEES exam could reflect that formula inside of their exam, so those all things you will get familiar. And also we are going to add one complete mock test with the exam preparation level. These may be when you are preparing for this, when you are when you are attempting these FE handbook practice problems, you may not feel that that is a FE level of form the practice problems. But our main intention is to, you have to get a confidence on those formulas by attempting the small uh, practice problems. That is our intention. So we do have a batch for recorded sessions. If someone is busy, and if they are working, so you can opt for that. And if you are into the live, if you need a live sessions, and the batch 7 we already started, and in coming days we are going to start a batch 8 with the 10.6 handbook. So the 10.7 handbook, we then 10.5 we are going to end up with this particular June. So after that, we are going to start with a 10.6 handbook, where we can change all the whatever the updates we have, and we will take those updates and we will change them. And maybe one day, Madhav, I am just giving instructions, giving suggestions to our instructor. So why can't you take 10.5 and 10.6, and what kind of updates the NCS made in this particular revision? Why can't we have a separate session on that? So by showing that what kind of updates they have made in the 10.6 versus the 10.5. So I think that would
Yeah.
be good for our students, right? Do you guys
Yeah.
need that kind of session? Can anyone? Do you guys need that kind of session, or it's uh, it's not needed?
We needed that kind of session too.
Yeah. So amazing. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
In the real test, I even got two questions on how to read the plans, how to take out
Mm.
the quantities, which I think is not being covered. Like I had a request, like if there is like one session on that, that would be really great. Like how to find the perimeter or distance between the stations on a plan, how to read the plan. That's also one of the questions being shown up in FE prep, FE exam.
So Zishan, the first question, the first thing I want to say, yeah, we'll definitely arrange a session covering what are the changes from 10.5 to 10.6, and what are the topics they are looking to add, and what are the topics they want to delete, or where the formulas are removed and they placed in a different subject. For example, in 10.4 handbook, you will see your coefficient of permeability formulas in geotechnical part. In 10.5 handbook, they just removed from geotechnical part, and they included that test and the formulas in water resource section. So that's the differences. Um, for every handbook version updates, you will see couple of topics removed, and couple of topics was juggled between two subjects, or they will transfer here and there. So we'll cover all those changes, and we're gonna conduct a session on what are the changes of differences between 10.5 and 10.6 handbook. That I think that part I answered. I covered your first question, and the second one, if you see a question which is related, not at all in our topic, or not at all which we covered in the classes, that means for every test which NCEES conducting, for say maybe it FE or PE or SE or any kind of subject, they will put 5 to 10 questions, or new questions, or different kind of questions. So they're just giving those questions to improve or change the upcoming exams, not right now. Okay, if you see a question which is not related to, not discussed in the class, and it is asked in your exam, that means it is not, that question will not count against your marks, against your exam mark. It was kind of just testing a new question, how the candidates will respond to this spectrum. Okay, so if the candidates on a particular day, I believe in 10.6 version, they're gonna include few topics related to plan reading or something. I'm just guessing, because you said you got a question related to plan reading, construction plan reading or something, or finding the perimeters or something. So I believe NCS had an idea, or a thought to include that plan reading thing, or any other finding parameter or areas or lens in construction topic. So that's the reason they may ask you that kind of question. Okay, so I just need to check out what 10.6 handbook version the updates are and all, to understand why they ask those questions. Okay, yeah. So those
A
questions will
follow
not,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
I have a
those yeah,
sorry to cut
just
you.
yeah.
Yes.
So those questions will not be take against your marks. So those are just for testing the candidates. So if they feel they want to include that topic, they will include on the next versions of handbook. So that's the reason you will see some out of the questions also, but mostly you don't see a big out of point questions. They may include 3 or 4 questions which are really weird. So you don't need to be worried about those things. Even if you write your FE, I'm preparing for my FE. There is one of who is
It's
another guy
P.
who,
You said
yeah,
you are preparing for FE. You're writing second
yeah.
time.
No.
So
I'm
when you
preparing
started
for my
writing,
P.
okay. Mm.
I'm preparing for my PE. So one of my friend who is also preparing for PE, he already gave one exam, one attempt. He failed in that. So he told me there are 2 3 questions which are not at all related to transportation, or very deep geotechnical questions I received. So at that point of time, when he asked his tutor or mentor, they said the same thing. So NCS will provide more new questions in order to test the candidates whether they are this required skill. Industry is asking this for this particular type of skill. NCS board work is to identify whether this candidates are ready to go and do the jobs in industry or not. So NCS always try to you know uh, build a bridge between these required skills and the subject knowledge. So that's the reason they include few questions which are out of syllabus. They just want to try new things to include in upcoming versions of handbook or upcoming year. So that's the reason
Yeah.
you may
So
see those
Madhav,
type of questions.
yeah. So thank you for your response. And there is a guy asking a question. Yeah. Go ahead. 'Cause I don't know his name. Yeah. Can you go ahead and answer your what's the question you have? Hello. There is a guy. Okay. So anyway, so as Madhav said that to short, I will keep it in a short way. If you so definitely we are going to in the next construction session, you are going to see explaining about finding out the perimeters and reading out this construction drawings regardless of is this bonus marks or something. We will, if you have any kind of that kind of topics, please, thank you so much for that person who point out that he got that particular question in that exam. So we haven't covered that. So next session, the construction session, you could see this particular concept in our sessions. Okay, we are assuring for that. So we will cover that particular thing. And if anyone, other people also, if you feel that, so if you got something which is out of our syllabus in the sense Bhavanam
I have one
C2C,
concern.
uh, yes, please go ahead.
I'm sorry again. Yeah, it's been
Yeah, go ahead.
interrupting, but the first thing first, many of the things like people are really confused is about the when you fail a test, you get a scales. So how to understand those scales, how to prepare according to those scale reports is one of the biggest challenge every single person is facing right now. So if we have like something discussing about the score reports and how to improve it, how to have a strategic improvement on that, that would be really great as a part of this
Yeah,
course.
that, that's amazing. And thank you so much for that. Why can't we make another session, or else when we are going to have this particular session? So regarding that changes in 10.5 and 10.6, we will also bring this particular concept, how you can review your diagnostic report, and based on that, how you can evaluate yourself and to get into the next preparation. Yeah, we will keep that into that particular session as well. Okay. So no worry. We can't explain that particularly in this particular session. So we will keep that session in that time so that you could understand. We can spend a time on one of our instructor will clearly diagnostic how you can read this diagnostic report, how you can break down that scale, and how you can evaluate yourself and how you can change your plans. Those things we are going to cover in the next session. Okay.
Thanks. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for these topics. Definitely, we'll come up with a more and more interesting webinars in upcoming days. So, by having these kind of feedbacks, amazing, Jason. Thank you. Hey, do
Thank you.
you have any questions? So, is there anyone have any questions, or do you have any uh, hard time in the exam? So, showing up some other problems which is not covering in our Bhavanam C2C, or and also there we are going to do two things so in upcoming days. And one thing is, if someone fail the exam, so we are going to keep our instructors. If you took the Bhavanam C2C any course, either recorded session or live session or handbook session, we are going to dedicate you one instructor to read your diagnostic report, and so to explain you and to make your next strategy for the next exam. So mostly that will reflect on some few days, and I have to talk with our instructors regarding that. So when so is that person Jason asked us, so why can't you explain? Yeah, we can explain it, and but our instructors will personally connect with you when you have your diagnostic report ready. If you mail to our instructors, and they will review it, and they will prepare the strategy plan based on why you lose the course, and where is your hard time, where you have a hard time, which subject you have to more focus. This kind of review or evaluation, we are going to make it in our fundamentals of engineering students. So yeah, we'll make it in that way. So yeah, that is the one update I wanted to give you. Yeah, so there is someone who raised your hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a
go
second,
ahead.
Anam. Yeah, in addition to that, we already personally evaluated few reports, and we gave feedbacks to them, who are the students who took a class in Bhavanam C2C and got um, uh, not a quite good result in their exam. So if they reach out to us, we'll definitely helping them. And I personally talked to like 4 or 5 candidates about their diagnostic report. So, and Apurva also, she failed in her first attempt. Then he reached out to me, and at that time, I helped with her diagnostic report. So don't worry, we are here to help you out with those things. But in as per Zishan or your requirement, we always will conduct a session and discuss about how you should look at your diagnostic report also.
The one thing we will share with the particular mail ID where you have to send your diagnostic reports to set up a call with our instructors. We'll share with shortly. We will share the mail ID for you, so you can send your diagnostic report to that mail, and so our one of our team member will schedule a call between you and instructor. We will do it in official way. So now onwards, and that would be the good for others to understand. And if you fail it, and we are here to help you in all the aspects, so to make you to pass the exam.
Yeah, that's great idea, Anna.
Do you
Thanks.
have any
Thanks a
other
lot.
questions, everyone?
Yes, I do have a question.
Go ahead, Mark.
Um, Throughout the seminar, my question is, what is the difference between the Civil Handbook and the NCES Reference Manual? And
Civil
then,
handbook and NCS reference manual. So
mhm.
I don't think
And-
there is a difference, but those are both are
I can
same,
answer
isn't
the
it?
Mark.
Yeah.
The one is the reference handbook is the official document, and the review manual which you're saying it's the PPI private. I
Oh,
mean the private company which is giving like a textbook. So the other one is a textbook. It's just for your studying purpose, which will not show up in the exam. But the FE reference handbook is the one you will access during the exam.
okay, and the
so
other one
you are talking about the
is the
PPEP review.
No, there was in the three options you have, there was something about a civil handbook. I didn't know what you meant by that. That was my first comment. And then my second comment was someone mentioned that in the exam they took, there was a question of how to take quantities off of a plan or
Mhm.
engineering drawing. So basically, that's like a estimating question. You have engineering drawing and how to take quantities or how to estimate quantities based off the plan. That's what I think the person was trying to say. And are we gonna will we do exercises like that where we have a plan and we take quantities off of it or estimate quantities off of it?
Mark, actually, those are the test questions. They don't count for the exam. They're just experimental questions.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So, is there any questions, Mark, or are you okay?
No, yeah, that was all I had.
Okay, that's good, Mark. Thank you. So, yeah, thanks for your participation, Mark. And you have been showing up all the sessions. That's amazing. And yeah, we are here to help you. If you need any other assistance, please do let us know in our groups. So we will help you in that way. So, guys, is there any other questions, or we'll wrap it up?
Actually, I do have one question.
Yes, go ahead.
If one wants to sign up for the course, do you go on the AICivilist.com website? Where do you go to sign up?
Yeah, so aicivilist.com website, you can go ahead and sign up there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's
Thanks,
webinar.
Madhavan.
And so, yeah, thanks, Jason. Thanks for your questions. And if you have any, and we will come up with the next week with another webinar, most probably, if time permits. So we'll do more and more sessions like this. And yeah, thank you so much. And if you have any questions or if you have anything, please just type it in the chat box in WhatsApp group. So our team is there to answer. And if you have any other things, please do let us know. So we are happy to help you. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much, Pawan. It's a great session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And